questions.
Are you one of Peter's guides?
Yes.
Is it Bernard?
No.
You seem much calmer than usual. Have you come to help Peter with a specific goal?
Yes.
Can I ask what that goal is?
Uncertainty.
Uncertainty with this work?
He's questioning.
He's questioning who should speak.
His path, his role within it.
Is his path the one that he wishes, or might it be different?
All paths can be changed and altered. There's free will. Paths are made available to you based on your intent, but they can close off as easily as you change your minds.
So should we encourage Peter?
He needs to feel the energy. He's trying too hard to make things happen. He needs to relax and sit back and communicate and blend the energy and feel that connection before he works, rather than trying to stand up and force a connection and demand answers.
This is his path, though, he said.
Yes, it is his path. It is his intent currently to achieve this goal.
I feel that his emotions are unstable because he doesn't feel it's going as quick as it should do.
Yes, impatience.
And he also has an emotional state as far as the people who sit for him. He feels it should have grown quicker.
Yes, he always wishes to please and does not wish to disappoint anyone.
Well, I believe nobody here who sits for him is feeling like that at all.
No, it is in his own mind, of his own doing, his own self-doubts and fears.
He's quite humbled that we sit for him.
Yeah, which is correct.
What can we do to stop him feeling that way?
Only what we are doing now, continue to ask your questions so that you may hear the answers. Continue to say how you feel.
For myself, it has given me a lot more insight. Just being sat in the energy and seeing what I can see and feel. It is an opportunity that we're not able to do always during the week ourselves, and it is an opportunity to grow.
Yes, good. The blending of the energies on a deeper level in this session, is it not?
I personally feel it's an honour to be able to come and sit for Peter and help with his development.
You are most gracious, my dear.
I hope I can continue to do so.
He's having merely what you might term a wobble.
A wobble.
He feels uncertainty at his last platform trance sessions.
I didn't think it went that badly.
Neither did we.
Oh, okay.
Was it because he was trying too hard, like you say, not relaxing into the energy?
Yes, relaxing and feeling, trusting, not forcing, not a mechanical process.
That doesn't come easy for us here on Earth.
No, I know there are many distractions.
Sorry.
And time is always your enemy as your body is on a continual countdown. And does rather like to keep himself busy with physical things, does he not?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Should he spend more time in quiet?
Yes, blending up the energies daily.
Daily.
For
how long would you say in our time?
Around 40 minutes is more than sufficient.
40 minutes.
And is it a good idea to use the meditations that we have, or is it better just to sit and allow our guides to come in?
Different for different people. Some people find their voice to lead you into the blending of the energy is more beneficial. Others prefer just the quiet of their own thoughts. Some just prefer music and being alone with their own thoughts. It is different for each and every one of you. So I cannot give a definitive answer.
Thank you.
It is down to your own mental process and your own thoughts and history of how you have trained yourselves and developed your own relaxation technique. Either way will suffice, whatever works for you. Just to free your mind of your everyday thoughts, to focus on the nothingness. The empty mind is then best for us to blend with. When your friend here tries too hard, his mind is rushing, trying to think of all the things he needs to include and do, all the things he wishes to achieve of a session. He needs to leave all that in the bin and just trust that it will happen as it has before.
Yeah, okay. And that relates to the platform work as well?
Most certainly the platform work is where his wobble is coming from.
Yes, I understand that.
With the public potential for humiliation.
Would you be better doing one-to-one sittings with this work?
That will come. He needs more experience because the knowledge is his security blanket. Knowledge of how it's done, a technique, a method to cling to, provides a reassurance against the fear of failure.
Yes. I'll go with that one.
He needs to do some training with someone who does your one-to-one sessions. Once he has grasped the process, he may then relax sufficiently to let it happen.
Do you think Carol will help him?
Quite likely.
So he's not relaxing when he goes on platform.
We arranged an evening in the public house in the basement.
Oh, the cat.
Yes.
Yes.
The cat with the boots on.
Yes, he wasn't sure about that one.
No, it's created an uncertainty, but it was a necessary part of training and development to recognize the energies in there.
Right. And he had trouble opening up.
The struggle ensued with his desire to please and work for the audience.
Yes.
Versus the information we were telling him. We compromised. It is necessary to understand when you blend energy as he does on a pure level, to know when not to open, to remain protected and safe.
He understood. I'm sure. I thought he understood that.
He has learned the lesson, my dear, you are correct.
Yeah.
But it has created a backlash of uncertainty.
Of course, because you think about it. Yes. Yeah.
Is standing on a public platform good for Peter, or should he not do that?
Yes, it is good for him. Good for the group. Good for us too. For the deeper he blends, the deeper he will blend for these sessions also.
He was quite happy about last week there, last Thursday.
Superficially, he was quite pleased with the content of the message, but not his delivery or certainty of the message.
Okay.
Yeah, he has taken a backward step, as it were.
He analyses so much.
Yes. There's the engineer within him.
Does he go on into trance on the platform, or is he just doing clairvoyance?
We will be taking him into a light trance, for he has the ability to relax sufficiently to allow us to draw close enough to make facial alterations in daylight, which many people have glimpsed within him now. Only he doesn't quite believe it yet. But this can only occur with a true blending, with totally giving himself over to our trust. It cannot be forced or programmed or demanded. There's no mechanical process, do you understand?
Yes. I was just about to ask you, the process when we work on platform, the ultimate is that we are there to serve for you, and the audience just happens to be people who need the messages, if you like, but our first responsibility is the spirit. Am I right?
Your first responsibility is to the higher force, to the source energy, referred to as God in certain places,
Yeah.
and many other names as Buddha and Allah, etc., etc. As we all serve the same purpose.
Yeah.
We too, your purpose is not to us. You all say spirit, we serve spirit, which is not strictly true, for you are spirit as much as we are.
We are. I chose
We're
you.
encapsulated in your suit, if you like. But we are one and the same, and we all serve the higher force.
The higher force.
I don't wish to be pedantic and correct you, my dear, but
No,
it's
please correct me.
important.
I chose the wrong word.
When people mentally plead for help because they do not wish to be embarrassed, it's not us that you are asking for help for. We are merely facilitators, willing to help you. It is the higher force where the true love and energy comes from.
Yeah.
The deeper the blending that can occur, the more pure and detailed the message may be, and the more inspired the instrument is to relay the information. And the braver they become with the deeper of the blended energy, because the deeper the energy blend, the less involvement from them. So they tend to just say whatever they feel, see or hear,
Yeah.
rather than questioning whether they're right or wrong, or will be laughed at or sneered at, and all the other emotions that leap into your mind at the point you wish to speak. The deeper the blending, the more automated it becomes.
Yeah.
Rather like me talking now. Freely, you understand?
Yes, I do. And to get to that point, we do have to sit every day for 40 minutes.
It will definitely help you remain in the right frame of mind.
Yeah.
If you liken it to driving one of your vehicles, if you drove your vehicle once a week, it would feel quite odd when you first jumped in, would it not?
Yeah.
although you would remember how to do it if you only drove for 1 hour a week. It would be nowhere near as familiar as if you drove every day.
That's correct.
When you change your vehicle, and the layout is completely different. It is like going to a different location to perform your spiritual work. You're a bit uncertain and a bit unfamiliar where all the things are. But driving the vehicle remains the same process, or the same instinct, should I say.
Yeah.
Can I ask something else?
Yes, of course.
Why do I feel that the energy is very much pulling from my heart just now?
Because we are taking energy from your heart chakra.
Does this sometimes happen in the night too?
For you personally, yes. For you offer love from your heart chakra. When you are blended in your sleeping patterns, you travel and return to see spirit friends.
Are we supposed to always remember our dreams?
No.
No.
There's opportunities for us to communicate with you, your higher self. For this existence is a splinter of the real you. You understand this, I believe.
Yes.
It is a conscious version of yourself that lives this existence.
When our guides come to speak through us, is it often ourselves really, rather than a different entity that speaks?
On occasion it is our higher self, that is correct. Sometimes it is a previous version of yourself also. For your time is not linear, it is concurrent, so a previous version of yourself can communicate through yourself, bringing and sharing wisdom as the need may arise.
How does one know the difference?
You don't.
We don't. Okay.
And the difference is actually irrelevant. It is the message.
Right.
And if you consider that we're all joined together as source energy, then what is the difference?
Is there anything else that Pete can do to help with his progression?
Trust is the key. He is participating in this questions and answers session from within and is aware of your questions and our answers, with the added benefit of the sense of feeling that goes with it. A deeper level of understanding, shall we say.
Is it good or bad for us when we are sitting for Peter if we feel like we are going slightly into trance? Is it best for us to bring ourselves back, or best just to let it happen?
Go with whatever happens. For if your guides wish to blend with you, there is a reason for it.
Okay, thank you.
For your development is also part of this process. It is not a singular involvement for one individual. So you are all progressing along a path, even though you may view yourself as a sitter. Knowledge is shared with your higher self, and blending will convey that knowledge into your consciousness, albeit into your subconsciousness. And also we bring healing at certain times, both mental and physical, for different ailments. And your teams of people, of which you will not believe how many there are, hold your health and interest as their first priority above the group. And your development is as relative to them as Peter's is to him. We may on occasion wish to speak through another party in the room. And by resisting the blending, you resist the opportunity.
Okay, was there a lady here earlier who wanted to speak?
Yes.
Okay, did she want to speak through Peter or through somebody else?
She did not wish to speak through Peter.
Okay,
She did wish to make you aware of her presence.
I was feeling like she was almost strangling me, but she wasn't saying anything to me to be spoken. Or should I have just started speaking?
It is very hard to bridge the worlds.
Okay.
And we try to inspire people to want to start speaking.
Okay.
And you'll feel a rush of energy start to overtake you. Building almost to a crescendo. It is at that point you should start speaking.
Okay.
You'll find if you suppress it and ignore it, it will then dissipate back to where you were.
Right.
That is the cue and the key. We cannot do any more at that point. It is a little like knocking on the door. You must open the door and welcome us in.
Okay, thank you. Next time I'll try.
It is the hardest part for all instruments in this work to start the process. It does not matter what you say. You can be intangible drivel for all we care.
Okay.
It's just to start the process so the blending may deepen.
Okay.
As we talk, it brings the energy through, doesn't it?
Yes. As you start to form the words and sounds, we can then start to control what you are saying.
Do you work like that on platform? Can we work like that when we...
Yes,
Yeah.
but it may confuse your congregation somewhat.
Yes.
Unless you explain it first, of course.
Mm.
However, most of your platforms are not expecting trance work.
No.
And you will be talking anyway.
Yes. Which brings the energy through.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is really your mind that set the limitations.
Yes.
For you do not expect to do trance
No.
in broad daylight on a Sunday afternoon.
No.
So your mind already blocks the ability for it to happen.
Can you practice trance at home?
You can practice trance with a mirror if you wish to see the transfiguration.
Is it best to be much more advanced than I am to do that? Or
You are advanced. There is no better than.
okay.
It is the focus point. If you focus on trance, you will not achieve it. If you focus on surrendering your mind to your spirit friends in love and knowledge and trust, then you will blend and you may achieve it.
This might be an odd question, but do we need to be sat up to do that? Can we be led down?
You need to be sat up or stood up.
Okay.
If you lie down, you will go to sleep.
Oh,
That is the only reason.
okay.
Unless you have mirrors on your ceiling to observe yourself, of course.
That could be fun.
You might be surprised how many people do. There is a type of glass known as black glass.
Yeah.
This also can be used.
Is it the obsidian glass?
It is sometimes called obsidian glass or secret glass
Okay.
or black glass.
Just black.
What does that do?
It changes the reflective quantity so that you may see spirit in the reflection around you.
Is it very, very rare?
No, it is commonplace and sold regularly with the very purpose of scrying.
How do people work with crystal balls then? They use it as a scrying purpose, don't they?
Crystal balls can be used in this same way. Some people use crystal balls as others use cards.
Yes.
They look for a chink of light or an object reflected in the grass and let their mind be suggested to.
Mm.
In the similar way that people use cards as a prop to start the blending process. They draw security and comfort from the prop that they have done so many times before, and therefore it will work again this time. Some instruments cannot work without their props. So do we advocate props? Yes, for certain instruments. Others cannot understand why you would need a prop because it does not form a logical process for them.
No, I do feel that if you haven't used a prop and you are taught to be connected with the higher self, they find it difficult to use them. But people that already use them and then come into this do feel quite lost without it.
Yes, it is their comfort blanket. Whether it's a pot of bones, tarot cards, tea leaves, etc. Rune stones is another one, isn't it?
Yes.
Ancient and mystical.
How do you feel about crystals?
It is an interesting subject, for crystals have a resonant frequency that relate to the physical essence of the body, but again it is intent. If you believe crystals are all mumbo-jumbo, then you will feel no effect from them. Others that believe send their thoughts to the crystal, which can then be magnified through the vibrational frequency of the crystal. Whatever frequency that may be, you'll hear the expression that the crystal chooses you, which is not exactly true. It is your recognition of the frequency you are operating at. And the energy fed back from the crystal is yours, reflected back to you, that you are recognizing.
Wow.
But they can work as a form of amplifier for certain types of energy that you may project. Then they can also work as a filter, only accepting one frequency of energy and filtering out others, which you may term bad energy. Although there is no such thing really as bad energy. There is only energy that is not in sync with yourself.
Are you able to tell us what your name is?
It is irrelevant. I've had so many names. We are always mystified with your propensity to hang labels on others. I don't mean you personally, my dear. I mean at these sessions.
I suppose it makes it easy to recognise you when you come through again.
I am a blending of energies, though, you see.
Okay.
See, when I come through again, I may sound completely different to you. Even though I may be still here at the core in the center. It may be a rotation of the jigsaw puzzle that is then at the front for a different purpose, to talk on a different subject. But I will still be here as part of the framework, if you like. Just as I am here with Bernard and Ralph and several others that you communicate with.
Your energy seems to be very calm compared to the others that talk through Peter. Like your energy is similar to his energy?
Yes, I am closer working with him on several occasions.
Do you work with him on platform?
Yes, but through others. It is complicated.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry, always ask questions. There are the times when you say your energy is calm, you refer to breathing and agitation within the instrument, I assume.
Not always. Even though we've heard Peter breathing rather heavily, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a heavy energy. I understand it as a blending of both energies. You are trying to blend the energy. Last week he was quite deep, wasn't he?
Yes, that's right.
But it was the blending of the energy that was making him do that, is that correct?
Partially, yes.
And him relaxing enough, maybe?
Partially, yes. And the frequency of the energy being that wished to communicate through him, the more highly evolved we are after we have passed on, we join groups, you see. For we learn and continue to develop just as you do. And the more evolved the group becomes, the higher the frequency starts to resonate.
For the short time that we've actually been sitting, do you feel it's grown quite quickly?
Which do you refer to, my dear? What has grown?
The energy, the blend of energy with us and Peter, and also yours with Peter.
So the development of the trance circle. Is that correct?
Yes.
It is again a difficult question to answer, for we sit in many circles and we see some very slow, painful progress, and we see some very rapid progress. And in different cultures, around different worlds, different dimensions even, the changes are astonishingly different. So relativity plays a key part. So have you developed quickly is a very difficult question to answer. For this world and this dimension, yes, people sit for many, many years with no phenomena whatsoever. Other times people sit and seem to create phenomena straight away. And it depends, of course, on the phenomena that you wish to create. It depends on whether you consider this type of blending, so that we may speak through the instrument, phenomena at all. And again, intentions must be set, not just set by one individual. There must be group intentions.